Yo, what's going on? What happens when you get two major boxing promoters facing off on a 5-on-5? Well, we're going to see that on June 1st as we got Matchroom and Queenberry Promotions featuring a thrilling 5-on-5 matchup, man. This is the first that I've seen personally as a boxing fan, but talking to a lot of historians, this is nothing new, man. So boxing is back, baby. Actually, it never left, but you know what I mean? It's heating up, man. Let's highlight the couple matchups that are going on. We got the main event, Wilder, Deontay, Bronze Bomber. Is he gonna be back? Versus the Big Bang Zhang. Honestly, that's one of the best matchups in boxing. That's one of those fights that you know, this guy or that guy's career is gonna just go up. And for the other guy, it might be over, man. Like this might be the last that we see of one of these guys, which is unfortunate. But there's been a rivalry obviously between Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, like way before even Eddie Hearn was in the game, between Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn's dad. So I mean, this is a rivalry and it's renewed. And to be honest, I don't think we'd ever see this event in a million years if it wasn't for His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh. And that's pretty much why we're getting this event. One and two, this is why I've been getting these great events lately, as in boxing. You know, we have a person who is here to try to unify, unite everybody with the money. So shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh as June 1st we'll have the 5 versus 5 matchup. And I'm just gonna speak on Wilder and Zhang, the main event right now. Um, those are two guys that I haven't followed the heavyweight division as details the other divisions, but obviously Deontay Wilder being in Canada, he's the more well-known name for myself. Um, my dad's worked with him a few times. I wouldn't say in camp with him or nothing like that, but we've sent like my little brother's been down to Wilder's camp for the Spilka fight, so we know Wilder. But Wilder as the last few years, it seems like to me at least, like he loves life outside of boxing, which there's no problem in that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a guy who's made his money. He's done very well for himself. He's held the title for the WB title for so long. He's one of those guys that I think if he after this fight rides off into the sunset, I wouldn't be mad at, man. But he's also speaking about he wants undisputed. And this is the part of Wilder I've never really heard. I know his story, his claim to fame is yes, he has a sick daughter. He's here to provide, get all the money. He did that. He's switching goals, man. And this is why I feel like this Deontay Wilder might be a little bit dangerous than we've seen in the past because he's chasing belts. He wants to be a champion. He's speaking about, why are guys in boxing if they don't want to be champion? And like that to me is old school mentality. That's not the modern day boxing that we're seeing. Um, and it's starting to come back when you hear these younger guys speaking about wanting to unify and wanting to do this and that and the third. But at the same time, we got to understand as fans, it's not always the boxers that are the roadblocks. There's networks involved and there's promoters involved who have money invested into these guys, and they want to make sure that that guy over there is not going to mess up my bag. So they might avoid fighters just on purpose. And so half the time it's not really a fighter scared of somebody. There's there's money, logistics, all this other stuff behind it. But as far as Deontay Wilder coming back to win this fight, that would be a terrific feat for his career. And it'd be very ironic if he does it as a captain of Team Matchroom. And on the other side, we got Big Bang Zhang. He broke out to me with his big wins against Joe Joyce. I went back and watched the Philip Herkovich fight, which I thought he won and he lost, but I thought he won that fight. And he's been looking great, man. I think the Joe Joyce fight gave him a little bit confidence boost and obviously it's more exposure to the world and to fans like myself. But I, I think Zhang gonna win. And like this is not me hating on Wilder or anything like that. This is just me like saying like Zhang is probably speaking as the more confident fighter right now. I think Wilder's giving him a little bit too much respect, and at the same time, Deontay Wilder, since getting with Malik Scott, just hasn't looked great. And I think that's another big factor playing in this fight is like, is he getting the right guidance in camp? And that's no shot at Malik Scott. Everybody's got a different way of getting themselves up. Or maybe this is the guy that gets that Wilder up, Zhang, but Big Bang Zhang, he's been knocking on the door his whole career for an opportunity. And if he doesn't win this fight, then he's always gonna be just a mid-level heavyweight. Like he'll never be on that world stage as far as fighting for a world title because this is the guy that he's got to beat. So I mean, I think there's so much at stake in this fight, and this event is great. And these guys are gonna headline the show, be the main event now that Arthur Beterbiev had been injured in camp, making the Bivol fight the co-main. Um, they got a big opportunity, and I think these guys are gonna make it a very exciting fight. I do think Wilder's gonna look better than he did in the Joseph Parker fight. He was out the ring for 2 years, and like ring rust is real. And you got Parker who had been fighting like 4 fights already and extremely active. And look what Parker did. He beat Wilder and then he beat Zhang. So he beat both these guys. So I mean, there's a lot at stake with this fight. And we're just gonna continue to dive into the background here, man, of the fighters. I mean, Deontay Wilder is just one of those guys who I think a lot of people just love watching him fight because he fights with so much energy, man. He's one of those guys that like you just never know when somebody gonna get stopped, when somebody gonna get put on the mat. So I mean, shout out to Deontay Wilder for bringing us entertaining boxing for his whole career, man. Obviously, we all wanted to see him fight against Anthony Joshua, and I still think that fight can materialize, man. I mean, Deontay Wilder is not for a heavyweight, he is 38. But I mean, like in this day and age, the heavyweights are fighting up until the 39, 40 years old. So I mean, he probably got a couple more years left in him, to be honest. And we're just gonna take a quick look here at Deontay Wilder's box rec, sorry, and check him out. Yeah, he's one of those guys, man, that just explodes, man. Oh, man, look at that, 42 KOs, man, and 43 wins. And that's what's up, Deontay Wilder. So yeah, his last fight, obviously, December there on the Day of Reckoning card, lost to Joseph Parker in 12 rounds. Beat Robert Heleni as 2 years. It was pretty much 2 years, man. Like that he was out the ring because like it was just one round. It wasn't even one round. And then the trilogies, Tyson Fury, Luis Ortiz, Dominic Brazil. So I mean, Deontay Wilder's been in there, man. He has. We just want to see that old Wilder back. Everybody does, not just me, but everybody. But we're gonna shift over to Big Bang Zhang now and see what he's working with. He's one of those guys, like I said, really just looking at his shot, trying to get it. He's a big hitter, big guy too, like 6'6". Him and Wilder are pretty much the same height. I think Wilder's 6'7". So I mean, Big Bang Zhang, 21 KOs. He said he's gonna go try to KO Wilder. So I mean, this is violence, man. These guys gonna be fighting for violence. Uh, Biggest wins are Joe Joyce, obviously, back-to-back stoppages. That was a big fight, and then the Hurt fight, which I thought Big Bang won, but Herkovich got the decision. As you can see the scores, it was a tight fight. It was, but I thought Zhang did enough after watching it. So I mean, this is the main event, and as fans, we gonna love it. We gonna rock out, man. This is a great weekend coming up for boxing again. Down in Saudi Arabia, Big Turkey Ali Sheik, he's doing a great job of boxing, man. And for him to bring Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, and Frank Warren to bring us this great event. There's a lot of great fights on this card, man. I feel like if you got friends who are watching UFC or any combat sport, this is probably an event you want to have a watch party for, because it's going to be going on during the day. So over here in North America, of course. So you can do something like how people do tailgating football parties. You can definitely have a boxing party, a fight party during the day on Saturday, June the 1st. It probably starts around 2 p.m. Eastern. You know, what's that? 11 a.m. in the West Coast. Uh, it's gonna be a great event though, man. I mean, there's so many young fighters on this card that are up and coming, doing very well as Wilder. Wilder's probably the more household name of the bunch. But you got Zhang, of course, Philip Herkovich and Dubois. That's a good fight. Ray Ford, newly crowned belt holder versus Nick Ball. That's more like a boxer versus pressure. So those matchups always do well. And then we got Emma Williams versus Shahaz man, I forget to say his name, Hamzaz. And that's another fight that actually I think is going to be fight of the night personally. Both those guys are very evenly matched. They're both right there. It's like the winner of this fight probably gonna go on to a title fight at 60. And we know the 60 division is not the more competitive division, but it's starting to shape out too. It is. It really is. Yeah, Hamza Shiraz, sorry. Yeah, there he is. He's faced off against Liam Williams. Oh man, there's a lot of KOs, man. This guy just be knocking people out, man. Check him out. 19 wins, 15 KOs. Somebody's always gonna go, man. 25, 6'3". He's a big middleweight. Big middleweight. But Austin Williams, ammo, he ain't really no scrub, man. He's gonna come. He's gonna come, trust me. And he said, he went back to Kevin Cunningham for this camp, and he put all the work in, and he's a southpaw too. So I don't think Hamas has won against a lot of southpaws. I think like that's where Austin may have the advantage. This is gonna be fireworks, man. This fight here, these guys, whoever wins is probably gonna get a title shot like right after this fight. They're gonna position themselves for sure because it's a huge win. But shout out to Eddie Hearn, man. Shout out to Frank Warren for putting and Big Turkey Alice Sheik for getting these guys together to put this event together. Check it out on the Zone 5 vs 5. Man, support the fights, man. Buy the fight, please. Drop a comment. Let me know who you guys think is gonna win, Zhang or Wilder. Let me know how, decision, KO, or just drop your comments on the event, man. I want to get interactive with the community more. Let me know if you want an interview, bro. If any boxers out there need interviews, bro, we can get it popping. I'm here for the sport, man. I'm not here for politics. I'm here for boxing. So I mean, we could chop it up, talk some boxing anytime you like. Make sure y'all go like the button, hit the like button, subscribe, get your notifications ready. If you're gonna drop some more content, man, I'm out of here, bro. Peace.